Hey guys, welcome back to another video. In today's video, we are going to be reviewing the LEGO Star Wars Tantive 4, and this is the newest rendition of the set. This set is set number 75244. It is recommended for ages 12 plus, has 1,768 pieces, and retails for $330 in Australia. To review the 2019 Tantive 4, I will be looking at four major categories: playability, minifigs, design, and finally value. And I'll also have my own opinion about the different aspects of the set. So, starting off with the minifigs. In this set, we get 5 official LEGO minifigures and an R2-D2 minifigure. The first minifigure in this set is Captain Antilles. Now, this is a very nice figure with some very nice torso printing with pockets and his rank. And you can see a belt and shirt, and that's very nice. It would have been interesting if they printed the belt on the waist, but they didn't do that. So just plain dark tan legs. Some printing on the back of the torso. A silver gunmetal gray kind of gun, blaster pistol, very nice face print with the chin strap detail, and the standard Episode 4 Rebel helmet, nice as always. If you take off his helmet and flip him around, you will see his second expression, which, for example, can be used in the Darth Vader scene, where Darth Vader chokes Captain Antilles, but unfortunately no Darth Vader in this set, and we'll get onto that a bit later in the video. Overall, this is a great minifigure. He needed an upgrade from the early 2000s and early 2010s, I think, was when the other Tantive 4 was released. Needed an upgrade and got a very sufficient upgrade here. Great minifigure. The next minifigure is this standard Episode 4 Rebel Trooper. And he, once again, has that really cool silver blaster in the new style. Generic Episode 4 Rebel helmet, which I think looks really cool. A nice face print, which at first I thought was identical to Captain Antilles, but it turns out they're very similar, but not identical. Very nice, updated torso print from the early 2000s and 2010s, and then some nice back printing as well on the back of the torso. Next up, we have Princess Leia, who is a very nice figure, very good, nice hairpiece, excellent torso, and once again, that new silver style. It's almost like a very light gunmetal color blaster. Very nice hairpiece, and I'm pretty sure, yep, she has a second expression, which is more, I guess, determined. And also she has the kind of new skirt leg piece, which even has printing on the back, which is very nice. She also does come with white legs, so you can choose which legs you want her to have. Probably one of the highlights of this set is the brand new minifigure Bail Organa. This guy looks incredible. He has a really nice face print. Very nice hair. It captures the figure from the end of Episode 3, when he's aboard the Tantive 4. He has this olive green cape, which is very cool. But interestingly, this cape is actually not the very soft material. It feels like almost a mixture of the two materials, the old LEGO cape material and the new soft one. But this one isn't the new soft one, but it's not quite the old one, so it seems like a bit of a mixture. Now he has another one of those silver blaster pistols, but this one is a smaller pistol. Very nice torso print. You can see some details, a belt, very nice skin tone for him as well, and some very minimal back printing as well. And then we have your bog standard C-3PO minifigure. No updates or anything. Just standard C-3PO that's coming in about 10,000 sets. Nothing really interesting going on here. Obviously, nice leg prints, nice torso, great head mold and detail, and also nice back print, but no side of the leg printing or arm printing like we had on the exclusive Red Arm C-3PO. But yep, that's just your regular standard C-3PO. Finally, we have another very bog standard character, R2-D2. Yeah, once again comes in about 20 million sets. Just very standard R2-D2 with the headpiece and the printing around that. The front printing, nice as always. No back printing on the kind of body part, but on the head there is. And this one, luckily, doesn't have that kind of strange kind of misprint around the ring on the bottom of the headpiece that a lot of astromechs do, so I was lucky with this particular R2-D2. Overall, I think the minifigures in this set are very good. Obviously, it was time for an update of Captain Antilles, and he's an excellent minifigure. Great to get another Rebel Trooper, Episode 4 Princess Leia with that beautiful kind of dress gown piece. And oh my goodness, the brand new Bail Organa is just excellent. First time LEGO's ever made that minifigure. And wow, he's very good. Very nice printing. Very, very good minifigure. Then, you know, just standard C-3PO and R2-D2. I think the minifigure selection was okay. But for a $330 set, I think they could have included some other minifigures. For example, you know, they could have included a Darth Vader and a Stormtrooper, so you can kind of recreate the scenes where Darth Vader chokes Captain Antilles and where he enters in the Tantive 4, but we'll get onto that a little bit later. Overall, pretty good minifigures, but I think they could have done a bit more. Moving on to playability, this set has some pretty good play features, but I think some things could be improved. So let's take a look at it from the front and work our way to the back. So at the front here, we have the cockpit, and you can open the top or bottom half if you want. I think the preferred way is the top, and you just pull this off with ease. And you can see there's an interior here with a little seat. It's a very nice seat design. I really like that. And then it has this control panel that can move up and down with this gray droid arm. And the actual control panel is just like a little computer piece. Just standard computer piece, so not that interesting. But the thing that I don't like about this cockpit area is the actual control panel area. This thing is just very finicky. It moves around very easily. It kind of flops around. It's not stable, and you just constantly knock it around, so that's very annoying. A positive is that these pieces, the cockpit pieces, these little, well, not little, but big cone pieces, attach very easily using these studs here, here, and here. Well, actually, they don't connect to these. These just kind of hold it in place a bit better, and you can very easily push that back on, which is very nice, unlike the Millennium Falcon cockpits, which for me take, I don't know, like 15 minutes to put on. They're so annoying. These ones are very nice. You can open the other side if you want to. There's just another kind of seating area on this side, identical to the other side, so I won't go in depth about that. Then, moving into still the kind of the front of the ship, but moving back a little, we have this rotating turret here that has a good degree of motion. It can do about 180 degrees, which is nice. And I really like that it's on like a locked system, so it's not loose. So you can pose it in certain positions rather than it just flailing around everywhere. The actual little turrets can move up and down, backwards, however you like, so you can play with these. And then obviously the terrible stud shooters located just in front of that, but obviously you can take those out if you want. They are a good playability feature just for kids, and obviously we know how stud shooters work. You press this, the thing shoots. Then on the bottom there's another turret, but this one is not in that locked turret position. These just swing around, and you don't grab it from the brick here, you grab it from the actual swivel mechanic, so you can use that, and these also swing around like so. Moving into the, I guess the midsection, you have these little turrets here that just swivel around. Now these, I find these a bit annoying because you can't lock them into position, unlike the front turret, which I really like, bar the stud shooters. But these don't, and they just kind of go around like this, and if you knock it, it moves, which can be very annoying for display purposes, because I like to have them all, you know, aligned and pointing the same direction. So that can be a bit annoying. But otherwise, it's very nice. You know, you can use your imagination and pretend you're shooting back at the Star Destroyer or something like that. And then also, there is an interior in this section, which you can open up by lifting this piece off, like so. And in this interior, there's just a room here with some control panels on either side, some chairs for your characters to sit in, and they've used some pieces on the back of the greebling detail, but you can store your weapons and things in there, and this is like another kind of control or hologram area. The only problem is that this is a little bit difficult to put back on. You have to do it from the front first, I've found, and then you have to kind of squeeze it in like so. And that's really the way that you do it. These can also lift up a little bit, but not much. So I don't really count that as a play feature. And then moving back, these just kind of, the little fins can move up and down. But the cool thing is you can lift this whole piece off, and it reveals this small interior section where you can actually store some extra spring-loaded shooters, and then simply you load them back into the ship. So that's a nice little integrated storage feature, and then you can close this up again like so. And that's very smooth, easy to put on and take on and off, so that's very nice. Then we have something very cool, and I think it's a great way to do this. We have the radar dish, which is a very nice design. This is, I think it's a good design, but the coolest thing is there's an integrated handle here, a pickup handle, and you can hold it like this and lift your ship up so you can swoosh it around, and that is a very good aspect of the playability. So that is very nice, and it has a mechanic at the bottom to stop it from falling out or going too far up with this Technic pin. And then you also have two of these. These right here replicate the escape pod from the Tantive 4, and with a little bit of effort you can pull this out, and you have a very simple escape pod design. Some nice little detail on the front there, but no windows or anything like that. And obviously it looks unfinished from the back because it has to be connected onto here with the Technic pieces. But you can remove the roof, and inside there's some space for you to fit your C-3PO and R2-D2 if you want to. And there are 2 of these on both sides, which is nice. And then you just have to attach it back on, like so. Moving back into the engines, there's no real play features here. It's just the engines. And yeah, that's about does it for playability. Ooh, just quickly, somehow I actually forgot to mention one of the biggest play features of the set. There are these spring-loaded shooters located just underneath the cockpit. And if you move around to where the turret is, you'll see there's this little knob right here. And if you push that in, it fires off a spring-loaded shooter. So that's another very cool play feature of this set. Now, moving on to the design aspect. Overall, I think the design is very nice. There's excellent detail, great little greebling details here. Very nice aesthetic, it looks great. And I think it's pretty incredible that the whole set stands up on basically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, maybe 8 studs. The whole set stands up on 8 studs, which is incredible because this set is pretty heavy and it is pretty large. I think you could almost brand this as a UCS set if you removed the spring-loaded shooters and the stud shooters. The only issues I have with the exterior design are perhaps these engines here. Now, don't get me wrong, they look great. There is great greebling detail on the top, the sides, some nice stickered panels to give that extra detail. The actual engines themselves and the thrust area looks incredible. They really captured that nice design there. But the only problem I have with the engines are the side engines on both sides are quite wobbly. They move around quite a bit. They're not that stable. And I just wish they had some kind of Technic piece, perhaps here, linking these 2 engines together a bit better to reinforce the strength there. Aside from that, the exterior design is very nice. I think this set looks beautiful. But the interior is where I have some issues with the set. As we talked about before, inside the cockpit, the little panel isn't the greatest. I don't think the designer did a very good job getting this control panel piece right. It moves around way too much. Aside from that, the cockpit is very nice. But then, the main problem I have is you can't recreate many of the scenes from Star Wars Episode 4, A New Hope. For example, when we open up this interior section, it is simply a little control room. That is the only interior. There's no interior inside this area, no interior here, and no interior in the engines, obviously. But you can't even create Darth Vader's entrance. You can't recreate Princess Leia hiding the Death Star plans inside R2-D2. You can't recreate any of those scenes. And I think that is very unfortunate, because that could have opened up opportunities for other minifigures, like a Stormtrooper, or maybe 2 Stormtroopers, Darth Vader, just some more diversity. And I think that would have been great in such an expensive set. That maybe would have justified the price a little bit more. So, the interior isn't that great. I think maybe they could have used the space a little bit better. Like this area here, you can almost fit a minifigure behind the black chair here. There's almost enough space to fit a minifigure underneath this section. But they've used that to store some more spring-loaded shooters, which I think is a bit unfortunate, so they could have used the space a bit better. But overall, I think the design is quite good, especially the exterior. I mean, the detail on this set, I think, is incredible. The greebling, especially all over the top here, along the side panels, the engines, the top of the engines, on this front section here on the top. And there's the stickers on the cockpit, I think, are pretty nice. I think they work here. And on the top as well. So I think the design overall is very good. And moving into our final category, value. Now, in Australia, this set cost $330, which is a very hard pill to swallow for us Australian LEGO fans. And I think, despite this set, it could have been branded as a UCS set. It's that big. For a comparison, it is actually larger than the 2014 Imperial Star Destroyer, which is not accurate to the movie and it's not minifig scale, but that doesn't really matter. This set is a behemoth. Now, obviously, price for piece doesn't really work with Australian dollars because LEGO is, they're mainly in the US and they operate in US dollars, so that doesn't really work. But I think for $330, we could have got a Darth Vader, a Stormtrooper, some better interior spaces. But other than that, I think it is a very good model. Yes, it's pricey, but I mean, for a LEGO Star Wars collector, this is a must-have in your collection. And finally, my own opinion on this set. I think this set is extremely good. It has pretty good minifigures, excellent exterior design, very good playability features, spring-loaded shooters, stud shooters, even though we hate them, they are a play feature. Lots of movable turrets, the radar dish, and the pickup handle. They're all very, very nice. Play features. The exterior design, as I said, is incredible. The interior, yeah, I think it lacks a bit. But perhaps for LEGO, this gives them an opportunity to create a set like the Death Star Escape set, or the one where Luke and Leia swing across the chasm. Something like that. They could make a set called Darth Vader's Grand Entrance, or something like that, which recreates the scene. So I could imagine kids playing with this set and then taking out their other set to recreate that particular scene. I think that is a really good opportunity for LEGO to do something like that. But unfortunately, that is not included in this set. My personal opinion is that this is a very good set, and that's why I bought it. I love the Tantive 4. It's one of my favorite ships from Star Wars. You can fly it around, play with it, and I think it is an excellent LEGO Star Wars set. My overall grading for this set, each major category was marked out of 5. I gave a 5 to playability. There's just so many cool play features that you can use, and kids can use their imagination, and that's really good. Minifigs, I gave a 3 because even though the minifigs, actually no, I'll give it a 4 because the Bail Organa really brings it up, but I think there was definitely room for improvement there. Value, I've given a 3. This thing is just extremely expensive, and I think they could have done more to make it, give it more value. Design, I've given a 4. Exterior is excellent, but the interior is lacking. So that means it got a total of 16 out of 20, and multiply that by 5 to get it out of 100. That is 80 out of 100, which that is an A. So I give this set an A as its grade. Obviously, you're entitled to your own opinions, so you can make up your mind about what you think of this set. Anyway, guys, that is my review of the LEGO Star Wars 2019 Tantive 4. Please like the video, subscribe, and look out for more videos coming to you. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you in the next one.